And we're back for another episode. In this episode, we're going to be carrying on the main story in Final Fantasy XIV's expansion, Endwalker. And as always, hello from Mithrie. What's up? So, we are here in Elpis at 8:22, and we need to talk to Venat. So, the quest is called A Flower Upon Your Return. Venat has Argos and his double at heel. Let us move over to the edge before mounting, shall we? That will allow Argos to catch the currents rising up from from below, and give us a smooth ride over to the isle. Alright. So, let's catch up with them, and then we can take flight. Okay, so now let's talk to Argos. So Argos motions to his back with his muzzle. You've been given the go-ahead to hop on. Okay, let's ride to the isle. So, isn't this pleasant? Argos certainly seems to think so. Interesting. So now, what was the name of that tree? No Forolo. Brace yourself for the landing.
Quite a small place, lacking even the most basic equipment. The present may yield no clues, but we may yet try perusing the past. Have you done this before? So you cannot control the power freely. Worry not. I shall assist you. Come and stand before me. There are two ways to see the past. The first entails peering through the walls of the soul in the moment a subject is recalling a memory. The second requires no subject, and is instead a process of piecing together an event from ripples left in the ambient ether. As memories are etched upon the ether of the soul, so too are they etched upon the ether of the world. In this way can history be preserved. Such memories are given to fading, however, and can prove challenging to visit. But come, let us try. Close your eyes.
All units fully functional and proceeding on course towards their respective stars. Estimated time to completion of survey is 108 cycles. End of status report. Severing connection with shared consciousness.
That's kind of funny.
Did you hear that, Hermes? All is well.
Yes. Good tidings at long last. Every step of the way, I've been reminded how little we understand creation. How the universe defies imagination.
But soon we won't need to speculate. We'll know the answers. What others live for.
Indeed. And we'll owe it all to you and your sisters.
I wonder what answers we will get.
Whatever intelligent beings that exist out there are bound to be vastly different from us. Diverse in form and culture. Possessed of unique ways of thinking. Their conception of life and its purpose will be no exception. Completely and utterly unlike ours.
Utterly unlike... how?
I have no idea. Yet whatever answers we receive, I will not dismiss them out of hand. No. I will think earnestly on them all, and I will share them with our people, that together we may contemplate our own existence. Perhaps then our star will become a better place. Not only for man, but for all life. Meteion, though I gave you wings to soar the heavens, I did not teach you how to walk the earth. So loath was I to bind another living being. In the course of your long journey, you will learn from those you meet. Learn to walk and run and so much more. And when you return, older and wiser, we will have a celebration to mark your homecoming and coming of age both.
Will there be apples? Covered in syrup?
And how are you supposed to eat them? Rather than food, perhaps... a flower. Yes. Upon your return, I will gift you a beautiful flower.
Interesting.
So, what is your opinion?
Hermes wouldn't wish for the final days. Hermes is a gentle soul, and yeah, I couldn't just say just by this moment alone.
As you say, that was hardly conclusive. Yet based on what we witnessed, I find it difficult to believe that they would deliberately seek to end all life. Be that as it may, we cannot rule out the possibility that they will play a part in bringing about the final days, perhaps unwittingly. In light of this, I propose that we reveal your tale to Hermes himself. If he does not wish for the final days, as we believe, he may well join us in pursuing a solution. Then it is settled. Let us seek out our friend with all swiftness. 'Twould not do to let such a pure soul be blackened by tragedy.
Oh, that was weird. Okay. Let's talk different now. So, there are any number of places where Hermes might be in Elpis. But we could do worse than to look in Kitos Hyperborea, the largest facility. It stands in Iphioskeleitos Boreas, the northern isle. I wonder, Mithrie, for an institution which claims to judiciously research every species destined for release into the world, did you not question how they find room for them all in so few islands? The answer lies within Kitis itself. I touched upon the practice before back at the archives, where a vast area is stitched together out of multiple conceptual spaces. The same holds true for the interior of this facility and its magically constructed environs. 'Tis there within those sprawling habitats that the chief overseer and most of Elpis's observers obstruct the bulk of their work. Come, the simplest route is via the nearest north of the Pertion Oikos. Okay, so let's go there, and then let's go to the Northern Isle. Okay, so we made it to the passage, so let's go. This appears to be the teleporter Venat told you about. Lots of light yet hang in the air, suggesting the device was but recently activated. Proceed to... Sure. I said I'm not even going to try and pronounce the names. Okay, let's talk to Venat. Good. The news acknowledge you as my guest. You should now have the authority to use it as you wish. As for the way to Akitis Hyperborea, we follow this path, then turn left at the crossroads. Okay, so let's catch up to her. Okay, we caught up with her, so let's talk to her. So here we are, the grandest research facility in Elpis. We should head inside and ask for Hermes' whereabouts. Hermes is at another facility, as we have just discovered. Furthermore, we've confirmed that his studies into Dynamis, as well as his creation of Meteon, were entirely private pursuits. No one else we spoke with appeared to possess the chief's depth of knowledge on the subject, and neither did we hear any tales of stolen research. Which means that if Hermes himself harbors no desire to bring down an apocalypse, then he might be recruited to help prevent one. Or so saith the illustrious Emmett Sulk. According to your story, the 14 divined the connection between the celestial currents and the final days, but were never able to pinpoint the root cause of the calamity. With our people's greatest minds, not to mention Ephialodius's sharp eyes, committed to the pursuit of a solution, such an outcome seems inconceivable. The only possible explanation is if the nature of the catalyst was so inexplicable that even we failed to perceive it. And what better fits that description than the invisible, intangible Dynamis? Which in turn leads us to our next question. How did Hermes, in his role as Fan Daniel, not recognize the subject of his own research? We must assume that he either knew and was unable to help, or that he was otherwise prevented from identifying the cause in the first place. At this juncture, all we can do is speculate. To be clear, the Convocation does not tolerate acts of deception or malice. We are practiced in receiving truth, and would have known had Fan Daniel lied to us. Hermes has no conscious wish for the world to end. Of that I am certain. It seems there is more to the tale after all. We conducted an investigation of our own, you see. How comforting. We seem to have reached the exact same conclusion. I see no reason to delay further. 'Tis time we brought Hermes into the fold, as it were. Thank you for your understanding. Save your thanks. I did not say I believed your ridiculous story. But as Emmett Selk, I have a duty to examine any potential threat to our existence, no matter how ludicrous or personally offensive I may find it. Okay, so that quest is done. Alright. So the next quest from Hypholodius is called Hunger in the Garden. Hypholodius is eager to find Hermes. I think the time for leisurely exploration is past. If I might have a moment to adjust my vision. There he is. On the next tile over, Meteon is with him. Hermes appears to be in the midst of an observational study, but I suggest that we hurry before they venture elsewhere. Head straight down the path and we can teleport to Misom's Eros from the device at the bottom of the slope. Interesting, interesting. Okay, so we need to go over there. So, let's go. Okay, so we made it. So, let's examine this passage. So this appears to be the teleporter to Proceed, yep. Okay, let's talk to Hypholodius. So they're close by within the Hungering Gardens. That would be the circular enclosure you see just up ahead. Well then, Mithrie, make yourself useful and bring Hermes out here to us. If I were to go, he would assume I was only there to press him on the Fandaniel matter. Of all of us present, you stand the best chance of convincing him to put aside his work for the moment. The creations in there are not exactly... Then again, perhaps Mithrie can handle them. She did survive a bout with Venat after all. Off you go and find Hermes, but do be prepared to come to blows with the garden's denizens. Fair enough, fair enough. So, okay. Let's go now to the Hungering Gardens. Okay, so we were less than... well, we weren't greeted well. Let me just put it that way. But even getting close to this place and I get attacked. See, we can find Hermes. Probably have to take on this guy. Oh, crap. Good thing I'm a Reaper, eh? You know what they say? You reap what you sow. But Tish. Okay. Let's see if we can find where we're going at this zone. Where's Hermes hiding? Uh-oh. Oh crap, I got hit. Okay, which way do I go? Go around the edge until we spot him. These will fade soon. These debuffs. Alright. Oh, Hermes. Bollocks. Warned them again. So basically, towards the edges is probably a bad idea. Or will they spawn non-stop? Where do I go? Where is he hiding? So basically, at the end of these paths, they just spawn automatically, it seems. Where is he? I wonder if you actually have to just kill a certain number before Hermes appears. Can't find him anywhere. I'm 3/4 of the way to level 88. Okay. Where is Hermes? Hermes! Stop hiding, dude. Bollocks. Okay. Let's try this way. I suspect he's hiding. Try not to get into pointless fights. There he is. Damn it. Like, why would you... Whatever, man. So, Mithrie, what are you doing here? I thought you were keeping Hypholodius and MSL company. An important matter, and unrelated to my decision on Fandaniel, you say? Then yes, I will come, as soon as my work here is finished. It will not be long, I promise, but you should really wait outside the garden with the others. There is no place for idle exploration. Yeah, now you tell me. Okay, let's go back to Hypholodius. Okay, so we caught up with Hypholodius, so let's talk to him. He spoke with Hermes then, and were briefly entangled with the denizens of the Hungry Gardens as well. I see. Or should I say, smell. I cannot speak for certain Convocation members, but I, for one, am impressed with your fortitude. Well done indeed. Now that you've convinced Hermes to confer with us, let us pray that things will soon take a turn for the better. For as fascinating as it would be to meet the Emet-Selch, who would recreate Armorot in the depths of the ocean, I think it best for all concerned if such tragic events never came to pass. Be it in our future or our past, assuming yours is not truly written in some naive hope that it is. I probably said that wrong. Okay, next quest, let's talk to Emet-Selch, is called Words Without Sound. Emet-Selch seems content to stay where he is. So Hermes said he would not be long, yes? Then we shall wait here until he emerges.
My apologies for keeping you waiting. I understand there is a matter you wish to discuss.
Aye. A matter of the utmost gravity. If one can suspend disbelief. Go on then. Tell him what you told us. Who you are and why you came.
Tone is ridiculous. Like, woof, I'm Emet-Selch.
The final days.
The phenomena observed during these star-encompassing calamities is likely the product of a dynamis reaction, and none is more versed in the applications of this energy than you, Hermes. I must stress that we do not believe you would desire such destruction. We come not to lodge accusations, but to beg your wisdom. And so, distressing though the exercise may be, I ask that you share with us your opinion on the matter, on the assumption that our visitor's tale is true.
Even you, Vana. As you say, the phenomena observed in the two calamities may both be attributed to dynamis. Of note is the difference in its effect. In the first final days, it warped creation magics. In the second, it warped the people themselves. The key variable, I suspect, is the etheric density of the men of each age. As you know, ether, in essence, negates dynamis. Harboring high concentrations of ether, we ancients cannot readily manipulate dynamis, nor be manipulated by it. Therefore, rather than ourselves, the calamity affected our magics. In contrast, having been sundered, the people of the future are composed of but a fraction of our ether. Thus are they susceptible to the influence of dynamis and its transformative potential. But that would explain only the mechanism, not the cause. Though perhaps.
What is it? Even should it be a hypothesis, we would hear it.
Dynamis is an energy put in motion by feelings. Feelings for which there must first exist a source. A source to which the victims must be attuned. One that harbors the selfsame negative emotions. Elsewise it could not be the agent of such extreme change.
Sense?
So it wasn't the stagnation of the celestial currents. Someone, or something, is instigating the star's demise.
So, we've a villain on our hands after all. Any idea who or what it could be?
The celestial currents comprise the outermost layer of the star's ether, encasing it like a protective sphere. According to your tale, it was where the currents were weakest that the phenomena first manifested. If the inciting factor came from without Aetheris, then its effects would first be seen in those locations.
Greetings. Can you hear me? Do not be alarmed. I mean you no harm. I wish only to hear your words, share your feelings, know your thoughts. May we please be friends?
Meteion. What is it?
Executing scheduled task, suspending individual self and connecting to shared consciousness. Connection established. Commencing status report.
Okay.
It hurts, it hurts! It hurts! So hot, so cold, so sad. I don't understand. Make it stop. Please, make it stop.
Steady, Meteion. Steady.
So scared, so lonely. The pain, it's too much. Why? Why do we? They hurt.
Interesting.
This is wrong. All wrong.
She's gone? But how?
She has altered her etheric density in order to blend in with her surroundings, an ability for avoiding confrontation.
Most effective. Frustratingly so. I can't see her either. Not even a trace.
Stay away. Please. This is wrong. My mistake. So please.
Are you all right? In your mind? No. We only heard her speak the instant before she vanished.
Of course. When communicating without words, Meteion also employs Dynamis. That would explain why you were able to hear her, when we could not.
Then you are our best chance of finding her. Follow her voice and try to track her down. Hindered though we may be, let us split up and search as well.
Interesting. Interesting. So we now need to search this area for Meteion. Oh, where is she? There's some sparkly over there, so let's see. Suspicious disturbance. You calm your mind, your senses questing for any hint of Meteon's presence. But you fail to hear her voice. She must be elsewhere. Okay. Keep walking around until we potentially find her. Where could she be? Etienne! I've got your syrup-covered apples. Fine, be like that. Okay, when I find the next location, we'll continue. Okay, so we found another one just behind this tree, so let's examine it. You calm your mind, your senses questing for any hint of Meteon's presence. It seeps into my mind, our voices reporting. No, hermits mustn't hear them. I have to run and hide. Meteon's anguished voice grows distant as the source seems to flee down the slope. Okay, so I guess we have to go down this slope to see if we can find the next location, which is over there. Alright, I wonder if she's going to be like right in the middle of this pool. Take a look. Okay, there's a glowy right there. Okay. So you strain to catch even the faintest whisper, but fail to hear Meteon's voice. She must be elsewhere. Okay. Let's keep going. Keep looking around for any sparkly sparkles. Okay, one over there. Salmon again. You strain to catch even the faintest whisper, but fail to hear Meteon's voice. She must be elsewhere. Okay. Keep looking. Where is she? Okay. Salmon. Okay, there we go. So greetings and salutations. Commencing report. Oh no, we can't tell them that. We must run. Run far away. Please, don't follow me. Meteon's anguished voice fades as you sense her climbing to the top of the ridge. Yeah, like Mithrie rolling her eyes. It's like, of course I'm going to follow you. I need content. Alright. So, let's catch up to the next location. Okay, so found another one behind this tree. Let's examine it. So, how did it come to this? Is this the reason we traveled to the stars? Why we saw our other life forms? Is this it? Is this the answer? No, it cannot be. It cannot be. Meteon's anguished voice drifts away to the south. Cool. So, again, once we catch up to her, we'll continue. Okay, so he spotted another one on this path, so let's listen. So you strain to catch even the faintest whisper. Alright. So let's see if we can find the next one. There's one right there. Examine. Oh. So, compiling report for decimation of 2 Hermes and all peoples of Etheris. Proceeding expedition data, preparing profiles on intelligent civilizations, formulating answers to the question, finalizing report. No, Mithrie, you mustn't listen. Oh, come on. It's wrong, it's all wrong. Meteon's anguished voice goes towards the lake. Any sign of Meteon? Panicked and confused, which will make it all more difficult to predict our movements. Hermes, what do you make of this situation? The Meteor are linked to a single mind, a shared consciousness which connects them across any distance. I suspect something has happened which disrupted its usual harmony. How might we access the shared consciousness of theirs? As much as you would approach any sentient being directly. In the Meteor's case, that means speaking to any incarnation within physical reach. So unless we can track down the Meteon we just lost, we have no means to communicate with them. No way of knowing what befell her sisters. No way to provide directions or guidance. Then we had best set our musings aside and concentrate on how we might find her. Okay, so let's talk to Hermes. So, oh my dear Meteon, what did you witness out there that frightened you so? What do you seek to keep it? Why do you seek to keep it from us? How terrible could it possibly be? Okay, let's complete. Then let's talk to Hypholodius. The next quest is called Follow, Wonder, Stumble, and Listen. Hypholodius has a suggestion. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Meteon renders herself invisible by matching her etheric density to that of her surroundings, does she not? If so, could we not then disrupt her concealment with a surfeit of Aether? Much how Emmett Sulk solidified your presence when we first met you? That'd be absurd. I can hardly channel Aether to a recipient whose whereabouts are hidden from me. Which is why we must all work together. Mithrie will continue the search in the same manner as before, but this time with you in tow. Once she ascertains Meteon's likely location, you proceed to reveal our wayward familiar with a swift ethereal downpour. Very clever, and thankfully she has made herself easier to capture by fleeing towards Leaf. Assuming that she is invisible, it should provide no great feat to herd her into a corner. Now we have our plan. Mithrie and Emmett Sulk will be our tracker and trapper respectively, while we others predict and obstruct Meteon's avenues of escape. Emmett Sulk and I will keep an eye on each other's Aether to help coordinate our efforts. Let's be about it. Fair enough. Well, it seems that we are partners for the time being. Let's return to where we last saw Meteon and pick up the trail from there. I will keep myself in a state of preparedness, ready to rain down Aether at a moment's notice. Meanwhile, meaning it falls to you to keep the way clear. And this dog is now accompanying you? Okay, so he's now following me around. So let's sprint. Okay, there's some sparkly right in front of us. Let's get it. So you calm your mind, your senses questing for any hint of Mithion's presence. But you fail to hear her voice. She must be elsewhere. Nothing this way? We try another route then. Okay. Where shall we go? I mean, the circle is pointing upwards, so... Maybe we need to go this way. Oh. Okay, the search area is not actually that big. I'm surprised we didn't find it already. Is it behind a tree, behind a bush? Is that path over there? Is that a sparkly? Like paranoid. I've been paranoid. Alright. Let's see if we can find it. Okay, so we made it. So let's examine. You calm your mind, your senses questing for any hint of Mithion's presence. Why can't I fly? Are my functions being restricted? Hide. Yes, I'll have to hide then where no one can find me. Mithion's anguished voice heads towards the water's edge. She went into the lake, as if this wasn't tiresome enough already. Well, at least that open expanse should make it easier to find her. We won't lose her this time. Okay, so I guess I need to go into the lake. So where is she? Guess I can talk to Emmett Selk. I need to make sure that I don't go far away from him, otherwise he won't follow. Okay, let's talk to him. Oh, God damn it, Kadogaku! Okay, discuss the water's edge. You should be able to reach the bottom of this drop by climbing down the rocks at the water's edge. Do not think of dragging me over the falls. Final days or no, if I end up drenched from head to toe, I swear I will feed you to a remora. Okay. Okay, where is the next one? I mean, yeah, given it's a big open space, it should be much easier to spot. Yeah, it's right there. So let's sprint. So, not here. I'm not here, please. By that rock, is she? Very well. What? Why can't I hide? There's no need to run, Mithion. We will hear your report, good or bad. Mithrie, what are you saying? Everything is so faint. I'm sorry, I'm not strong enough. Stay away, I'm begging you. Don't make me say it. It will break him, his poor, fragile heart. Now we have a chance. Once the others are in position, the two of us can herd her into their mist. Alright. I guess we have to catch her down. But let's sprint. Let's avoid these fish. Try and avoid all these mobs along the way. Okay, where is she? Okay. So I guess up there somewhere, so let's go up this path here. Where is she? Where is she? I assume somewhere behind this tree. Hmm. Ah. So there, I see her. Okay. This is getting rather tedious, to say the least. But eventually we'll get her. And I guess we'll only have to do this once, hopefully. Okay, so we're nearly there. Let's see if we can find where she is. Just want to check behind the rocks so that I don't have to come back round again. Nothing there. There. Where did she go? I'm checking behind every tree, every rock, everything. In the water. Nope. Ah, there. Okay. Literally the last place I looked. Is she going to get caught finally or not?
Aha! Give chase. We shall herd her into the shelter.
They're going to trap her inside.
Please, Mission. We must speak.
I'm sorry, Hermes. I'm so sorry. If someone can hear these words, then please... Please protect them. Protect them all. Individual self-suspended. Connection with shared consciousness stable. Our survey is complete. We shall now report our findings. All units safely arrived at their respective destinations. Seeking answers to Hermes' question, we attempted to make contact with the intelligent denizens of each star.
I thought they said it would take 108 years to get there.
Results are as follows, in order of numerical code. Enna. Traces of civilization found. Structures believed to have served as domiciles. No extant life forms detected. Dio. Ruined remnants of buildings scattered across star, surface of which is encased in ice. Presence of life could not be verified. Tria. Evidence of large population centers, akin to cities recovered. No extant life forms found, only their lingering essence.
So I'm guessing she's basically saying that has been lots of planets, and they were lived in, and then people moved to a different planet.
Tessera. Edifices surmised to be abandoned residences found. No extant life forms detected. Deadly plague or extreme environmental degradation likely to have led to mass extinction.
They are all... dead.
Octo. Star found in state of violent conflict. Contact successfully made with inhabitants, but deployment of weapons of mass destruction resulted in total annihilation of local population shortly thereafter. Inea. Star is a barren desert. No identifiable flora found. Bones of living beings resembling men discovered beneath sands, but determination regarding their intelligence inconclusive.
Remind me, Hermes, what exactly was the question you entrusted to Meteion?
I tasked her with asking what others live for. What gives their lives meaning.
Did you consider what may happen if the premise of the question is flawed? To be able to answer it, one must be living and desire to continue doing so. But if Meteion finds no living beings in the course of her journey, or none who desire to live, what then? What answers would she derive from their silence?
Meteion, enough! Suspend your mission and return hither at once.
Decapente. Local civilization once flourished under auspices of higher power. Said power later laid waste to civilization in fit of rage. Upon revealing this to me, entity elected to self-terminate in lieu of providing answer to question. No other intelligent life forms found.
Turning a deaf ear, are we? We are taking Meteion back to Amarot. As I understand, we will need her if we are to bring back all of her sisters.
Yes. Meteion. It isn't right, is it? It isn't right to turn away from the answer. Even if the answer is pain. Even if we aberrations must scream ourselves hoarse to be heard. Aye. Whatever answers we find, I will not dismiss them out of hand. These words I said to you, and I will hold myself to them.
Interesting.
What is the meaning of this?
You cannot take Mithrie, not until she has finished her report. All else must wait.
Bye.
You fool!
Okay, let's talk to Emet-Selch. So why Hermes? Why could you not leave well enough alone? Will these answer assuage the pain you feel when a creation is returned to Aether? Had you never cast your accursed question to the distant stars, you may have one day learned to be at peace upon this one. Okay, that's complete. And I'm guessing I'm going to have to fight Hermes. So let's see if this unlocks the next dungeon. Caging the messenger. So Hypholodius is pondering what to do next. Hermes has headed to Keistis. Considering the expansive dimensions of the place, even we may have a difficult time locating his Aether. All I can say is that he entered from the rooftop and likely arrived at the uppermost point in the facility. So do we pursue him? Of course we pursue him. No matter what Hermes might be thinking, Mithrie is a potential threat that needs to be brought under control. The Convocation's duty is to safeguard this star's precedence over my personal stake in the matter. Venat Mithrie. To clear, we stand on a precipice, but we have yet to determine beyond the shadow of a doubt that Mithrie is the hand which tips over the edge. Nevertheless, if we are to learn the truth of the final days, we must give chase, and even if neither Hermes nor Mithrie is ultimately responsible, we cannot leave them to suffer this torment alone. Agreed, on all accounts. To Keistis we go. Okay, so I guess we have to go to the dungeon. So, let's go. Okay, so we caught up to Venat, so let's talk to her. So, what have we here? Excuse me, has something happened to inside Keistis? Mistress Venat, I'm glad you are here. No one knows what prompted it, but the alarm was sounded, and Keistis was put into a state of alert. Procedure dictated that we evacuate immediately, and we have yet to investigate further. This is Hermes doing, obviously. And what does this state of alert entail exactly? A field of dampening magic is draped over the entire facility, usually in response to escaped entities and the like. Kita scholars and observers are unaffected, but everything and everyone else is weakened to a fraction of their usual capabilities. And consider us forewarned. We do, however, have urgent business with Chief Hermes, and must enter the premises regardless. So that said, if Hermes is willing to enact such measures, I wonder what other obstacles he has seen fit to drop in our path. With that enfeebling spell in place, we're not like to be at our fighting best. And I was hardly an effective combatant to begin with. I've little to offer beyond my ethereal vision. Then you will put that talent of yours to good use. You were fairly skilled at spotting weaknesses, if I recall. Fairly skilled? Now you've gone and raised everyone's expectations. You all need only to make the most of your strengths, and I will fill in the gaps as required. I was once a Zem, after all. It was my job to rise to the occasion, and be that as defender, aggressor, or healer. I feel better about my lack of prowess already. And you, MSQ, can impress us with your arcane majesty. You lob potent spells as easily as breathing, but can also channel that power in a productive manner if you so choose, yes? Well, yes, should the situation call for it. Excellent, then that should cover us on all fronts. Your tale led us here, Mithrie, so it is only right that you lead us now. No matter what lies ahead, still we will win through to Hermes and Meteion. Then we will face the future together. Sorry, a lot of mucus building up. Keystair's hyperbrola is now accessible. Interesting. Cool. And I guess I can only take them in when I do the trust system. So anyway, guys, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and as always, goodbye from me, and goodbye from Mithrie. Bye, guys.